Hey all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I want to welcome you. Who am I? My name is Eileen. I am the owner of Veer Up, which is an HR career consulting firm. We specialize in helping anyone who's trying to find a job, such as updating your resume, helping you prep for that interview, as well as rebranding you. And we also have a new series. We have career coaching as well as life coaching. Definitely check out my website. I put the link in the description box. But today, I want to talk about a video that I did a couple of years ago. And so much has changed that I think is so important that I redo this video. And I called it, Oops, I may have made a mistake. It is so important that you have friends at work and they can be your friend. That's what I've learned in 2024. But before we get started, as I was preparing for this video, I actually came across a story that was so sad that I feel like it kind of goes with this video that I'm doing. And it is about a employee at Wells Fargo who passed away and no one found her until like 4 days later. So before we get started, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and we're going to jump right into the video and then come back and talk about it.
Fargo employee went to work the morning of Friday, August 16th and never went home. Tempe police tell 12 News 60-year-old Denise Prudhomme scanned into work at 7 o'clock in the morning. 4 days later, police responded to the office building near Washington Street and Priest Drive for reports of a subject down. Prudhomme was declared dead. The Tempe Police Criminal Investigation Bureau is investigating, but do not suspect foul play. A Wells Fargo employee exclusively spoke with 12 News, but asked not to be recorded or identified out of fear for their job. They say a colleague found Prudhomme dead at her desk in a cubicle while walking around the building on Tuesday, August 20th. Prudhomme's cubicle was reportedly on the third floor and away from the main aisle. This employee says several people had smelled a foul odor, but passed it off as faulty plumbing. They say while most Wells Fargo employees at this Tempe location work remote, the building has 24/7 security, and someone should have found Prudhomme sooner. The incident left several employees feeling scared and uneasy. This employee wants to see new safety protocols in place, telling me, quote, "It's negligence in some part." A different worker also spoke with 12 News anonymously.
Was just uncomfortable.
Again, calling on the company to do more.
Body was there about 4 days before anybody found it, before anybody walked up to her just to say hi, make sure she's okay. She was just laying on her desk.
A Wells Fargo spokesperson previously sent 12 News a statement saying, in part, "We are deeply saddened by the tragic loss of our colleague at our Tempe office," adding counselors through our employee assistance consulting service are available to support employees. An employee tells me their direct management offered those services, addressed the incident, and told workers the building was thoroughly cleaned.
Again, that video was so sad and heartbreaking. My condolences go out to the employee as well as her family. But that story is so many things to unpack. You know, what I want to talk about the most, the company definitely has some issues going on. It needs to be looked into the policy as far as security and all that stuff. But the other part of it is, I want to know, did she have any friends at work? Yes, I understand that a lot of the employees work remotely in that building, but even if you work remotely, don't they have like some type of Teams chat where people kind of check in with you? You know, because I'm thinking she may not have had a lot of connections in the workplace. And if she did, someone would notice that she was online, or maybe she wasn't online, or something that will say, hey, you didn't schedule time off, but hey, you're not showing up on Teams or something. It just is mind blowing. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video and why it's so important that you have friends and connections in the workplace. And so I'm just going to go over a few. The first one is when you have friendships in the workplace, it definitely helps with lowering your stress level. And there's so many different reasons why. So I'm going to go over a few of them. So like if you have someone in the workplace that you consider a friend, especially if this person can bring you some humor or some relief. Because I remember when I worked somewhere, I had a friend in the workplace and I thought she should have been a comedian. So I would happily go to her desk just to get some type of funny laughter from her because she was so funny. Like she would take work situations and just make observations about it and just make me laugh. And another way that having friends in the workplace can reduce stress, it also gives you endorphins. When you are talking to someone that you enjoy talking with and you can bounce ideas off of, that helps you to reduce stress. It also gives you that life work balance. And another way that it can reduce stress is that you can go walking with some of your coworkers. That will also help you to reduce stress. So that's one of the reasons why it's important to have friends in the workplace. The other reason is it does help to increase your job satisfaction. When you have job satisfaction in the workplace, it allows you to work better and you're less likely to call off work. But when you have a network of coworkers, you are more likely to go into work. Or even if you work remotely, you're more likely to log in just to connect with them. And another reason that you need coworkers in the workplace and they give you a support system outside of your immediate family. And come on, most of us spend more time in the workplace than we do at home with our family members. So that's why it's so important to connect with someone. Because I know for me, I am in the workplace. I do have a regular job now. But when my mom passed, my coworkers rallied around me more so than some of my family members. And to me, that was so important. I felt, not alone. I felt, heard. I felt like because when someone close to you passes away, you want people around you to stop and take notice. And my coworkers did. I mean, even though we weren't that close, they really, really rallied around me. And it made that time morning, it made the morning a little bit easier to take. So that's one of the reasons why it's so important to have friendships in the workplace. It
And
enhances communications for everyone involved, your coworkers and you. And to give you an example, when you have issues in the workplace, if you are not connected to anyone, you will not be kept in the loop because there are two forms of communication. It is the kind that is the one that everybody knows about, and then there is the office communication, things that people know, but it's not written anywhere. It's like a practice, like everyone knows in my office, everyone knows what copier machine to use and which one not to, because some of them, the paper gets jammed every single time. So people, tell you don't use this one, use this one, or what is the best restaurant to go to. But if you're not communicating and building relationship with people, you won't know this stuff. So that's why it's important to have connections in the workplace. Another reason why it helps you to work on strategies, meaning like business strategies, meaning that when you're working with other people who are different from you and you develop a friendship with them, it allows you to be able to work in a diverse atmosphere. You only can do that by developing friendship with your coworkers. Now, of course, no one's saying you have to be best friends, but you definitely need to have those friendships in the workplace. And another thing is, and it builds motivation. And what I mean by that is when you working with people who you truly enjoy working with, you are more likely to give them kudos. You are more likely to congratulate them. And when you're doing that, it enhances your communication between teams and between other coworkers. So that's why it's important to also have friendships in the workplace. And then the last part, it is so important to network. When you have friendships in the workplace, it helps with networking. It allows you to reach people who your friends know and then other people that they know. And then also it builds your credibility. And to give you an example, so just say you are someone who wants to climb that ladder of success. And having friends in the workplace, they're going to give you honest feedback. Because yes, you have your performance evaluation, but that's what your supervisor thinks about you. But your coworkers and your friends, they're going to tell you the nitty gritty. And so, like for me, when I was in the workplace at another job, I typically did not socialize. I didn't really go out to lunch with people. I just didn't do any networking. And that hurt my career because that's how you get a lot of information when you are networking and communicating. Like you will get to know other jobs and other departments that are open. But if you're not networking with people inside of your organization, you would never know that, as well as opportunities. So, like, just say you need to gain other skills and you want to work on other projects that are not typically published, you will be able to be considered if you had friends in the workplace. And it will definitely propel you to that next level. So, those are the reasons why I feel like it is so important to have friendships in the workplace. And the video that I did 2 years ago, it just things are just so different in 2024. So I would love to hear what you all think. Please, please leave your comments. Until next time, bye. This is Eileen. Definitely like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. See you later.